You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Evette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel? I got to say before we get started, Jeanette, girl, what you done did with your hair and makeup? Yvette hair looking all fly. What's going on here? What's going on with the hair? And I even did something different with my hair. Girl, I started putting sponge rollers. You remember sponge rollers from back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put some in my hair.
Yes. What you do differently, Yvette?
I got a little curly shag today.
Okay.
So we went to Florida over the weekend, and the wind was blowing so much until I was like, oh, I got to get rid of this hair and do something a little different. And just that quick, Tina, bam! I came home this morning, took that hair out. My little stylist came to my house and put this in, and I'm ready for the spring. Well, this is probably spring. I don't know what I'm doing in the summer, but yeah, I'm ready for the spring.
Okay.
What about you, Jay? What you did?
I decided to do a new makeup look. So
okay.
I'm trying to do some new makeup looks for the spring. So
okay,
I put on a little concealer and a little makeup, and
yeah. So so I had a question. So when you're getting ready to go on your trips or go out and do this, do you do trial runs? Because this looked like a trial run getting ready for.
I've never done that. This is the first time I heard of that.
Yes,
doing a trial run.
Yes, I'm doing a trial run, ladies, for upcoming trip.
I like it.
I do see people always ask, I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm going to Cancun. I'm going to the Dominican Republic. What kind of hairstyle is good for when I travel?
Yes.
People always want to know, should I get braids? Should I get, crochet, or should I get, some curly hair that's going to do well because I want to go swimming. I want to get in the pool.
Yes. Exactly.
I want to go to the spa.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that we probably have never even really talked about is
we have
get ready, getting your appearance ready, because, we talk about clothes and everything else, but we do makeup. Are you going to wear makeup? Are you going to go natural with your makeup? Are you going to go, all out, get your face fully beat? We're not, I don't think that we are, but, their face like beat sometimes, like they go and go to a makeup artist and pay hundreds of dollars and get all of the stuff, but Jeanette, I'm liking that look.
Well, our next trip is to New York, and I'm just thinking about Sex in the City, and I'm thinking about Broadway, and I want to have a makeup look. And I know one of our travel companions, she kind of told me, she said, I was like, what are you going to wear? We're going to Broadway. We're going to be on Tamron Hall show. And I said, what are you going to wear? And she's like, I'm going to be casual. And I said, well, you're going to be with the Jet Setting Divas. So we are going to be, we're not going to be casual. We're going to be frumpy dumpy, We're not going to be raggedy.
No jeans. So, I know y'all like jeans, but we need to let her know. No, we're not wearing jeans.
And if you do, and I said you can wear jeans, but I was like, you need to wear a fabulous top.
No,
go,
if you walking through Manhattan, if you walking in Times Square, you chilling for the day, then put on your jeans.
Yes.
I just saw us being Sex in the City. I just saw us being Sex in the City, and that's what inspired my makeup. I mean, I just saw myself being Sarah Jessica Parker, Jeanette Jessica Parker.
No, I think you're probably more on the what's the one that what's the other one? Not Samantha. Samantha. I think you're more Samantha.
No, it's the man.
Not come to Broadway with some blue jeans on. That's all I got to tell you.
And I got.
Make sure we put that in the text. Let her know.
Yeah. No, I said you can't be with the Jet Set Divas and be Raggedy Ann. No. And I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Because you're gonna be out there buying clothes. That's what I gotta say.
What are you gonna do with your hair? And she's like, nothing. You know, I'm like, oh,
and you know what? Everybody, you know, like when we were going to the spa, you know what? I would normally curl my hair and do a lot of stuff, but when I know I'm gonna go somewhere, I will just keep it simple. But if we're going somewhere like the Tamron Hall show, or we're going somewhere like Broadway,
I'm like,
we
plan
need
your
to make
outfits.
sure.
I'm like, yes, sparkly, and I want to wear a hat to the brow. I mean, I'm getting it together. That's what inspired the makeup. That's what inspired.
Y'all know I'll be just like, where she come from? What is all of that? Or whatever. I overdo things sometimes.
Yeah, and that's okay.
That's what's inspiring me. And I got to get my hair together. I got to get a hat. I mean, we are going all out. We're gonna be Sex in the City.
And that kind of leads into, you know, what do you do when you with your travel companions? I think we kind of got it down to a science, but you know, sometimes there are disagreements. Evette and I were just on a trip with someone who we've traveled before, but I found that we had quite a few disagreements that we had to work through. And I think because of who we are, especially me and Evette, that we were able to talk it out. But you know what? Sometimes you with people and they get really, really upset and leave. You know. What do you do?
I think when there's a disagreement, maybe up front when you're going, like if something comes up and you want to give your opinion or you want to give your opinion, no arguments.
Yes.
This person say what they have to say. The other person be quiet. Don't say anything.
Yes.
And then let the other person speak. And then you all come together, you know, to agree or disagree, you know, or whatever.
But
don't do it in front of other people or strangers.
But I will also say that text messages are misleading.
They are
absolutely.
When you are trying to do a group chat and explain things, the way you would normally talk to me face to face and the way you text the messages don't come out the same. You may be saying it and thinking that you're being very clear and you're using the right words, but it ain't what you said, it's how you're saying things that people get a little offended. And I found that in some of the text messages that we had in this exchange is that everyone was trying to relay their message, their point, and it went back and forth as opposed to stop, like Evette said, and just listen to what people are saying.
Okay.
Well, what happens is you may be like, girl, we can do this. That's no problem. And they may take it as, oh, they're being harsh and mean. And
okay.
You know, and you're not even really coming off like that. It can be taken the wrong way. And in stuff and things like that, you probably need to just pick up the phone and call the person.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't no big deal. You know, this is what this is what I want to do. And just let me do it. If it doesn't involve you, it doesn't involve your money.
Those are conversations. Yeah, that's a conversation. Jeanette, what you think? That's a conversation.
And I'll tell people too, even with us traveling, you all had been traveling together since the 80s. And then y'all,
since the 80s
like that.
No, y'all
throwing us up under the bus.
No.
The 80s, girl, I was a baby in the 80s.
We was 2 years old and we was traveling together.
Yes.
Y'all been traveling together forever.
Okay.
And then I came into the picture. And we went on our first trip together, and y'all know our first trip together. It was a little.
It was a little. Yeah.
We got in that room, the air
The plug
conditioning went
didn't
out.
work.
The air conditioning went out.
And, we was like, why she picked this room?
The electricity went out.
Why
And
she picked this resort?
yes,
she
and
picked
y'all
this
and y'all were looking at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, we were looking at you
and
sideways,
we were getting all kind. And then I went down and we got moved into another room. And then the second day, the police stopped us. We had all kind of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah,
guess what?
And we just worked through it.
We kept it moving, and we let it was all over, said and done. We laughed about it.
We just kept it going. And you know what? I think that God said, okay, if y'all can make it through this trip, y'all can be the jet set. Y'all can be the jet set divas if y'all can make it through this trip. And we just kept it rolling.
But I'm gonna say the key was communication. What you were sensing, what you thought was a great idea, we said go with the flow because we're that type, but we didn't really go with the flow because it was like, I don't know about this. But we didn't know what we didn't know until we actually got into a face-to-face conversation. Say, we probably shouldn't pick this hotel the next time. It wasn't a matter of, oh my gosh, I'm leaving. This is the worst trip. But there are people who go on vacations and you book the wrong room and they get mad and they just go off on their own by themselves or even leave. I mean, I've seen people leave the vacation saying this is the worst. And sometimes even restaurants, you pick a restaurant and I don't eat seafood. And you see people just disoriented because their choice wasn't included. So when you're picking a travel companion, you have to make sure that you know a lot about them before you go. So the chats are cool, but pick up the phone and y'all have a FaceTime, a group meet, meet, and actually talk things out.
Now, I've done this before. I've done groups. I've done this before. I've done group cruises with individuals. And what I would do is I would have a meeting with let's meet at this restaurant or let's meet here or let's meet at my house. I've even had something at my house. And we just it was like a meet and greet.
A hangout.
Yeah. So you'll kind of know who you're gonna be with.
Yes.
So when you're on that
great idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea because I tell you, you don't want to get thousands of miles away and find out that person is going to act inappropriate. I mean, Jeanette and I were even just at a movie with, someone that we had never really been all together with at one time. And I'm not saying any names, but we don't know how people react in a movie. We don't know how people react in a restaurant. We don't know how people, we've gone to a restaurant with another person and they have sent all the food back every time. Or when the bill comes, they don't want to pay their portion of the bill because they didn't like their food. But that's not how restaurants work. So, but you don't know that by meeting them in an environment that gives you a platform to say, this is how this person react. Are they looking at people, sideways? Do they not really want to be in a room with someone, but they accepted, a double bed. And now all of a sudden they don't want to room with that person because they're used to being by themselves or.
Well, get your coins up. And if you're going to travel with the group, pay for your own room. That settles that.
Exactly.
You don't have to be in a room with somebody.
Yep.
Don't get in a room with someone and complain. You can't do that. That's not right.
Right. Yeah, it's not right.
You know that you have your certain ways, then go by yourself and be cool by yourself.
Yes.
In your own room.
Because we've even had situations where we had double beds. We had everyone already kind of planned out. When we have a double bed to us means 4 people. Double bed, 2 people per bed. If you're in a single bed, that's 2 people. And some people were under the assumption that in a double bed, they would be just one person in that bed. And it caused a lot of confusion, especially when the person says, well, I like to sleep naked, or I like to, or I fart in my sleep, or whatever they do. And it's kind of like throws everything off because you don't know these things. That's why being upfront about how you are by yourself. Some people don't even like to change in front of other people. And some people take long showers. So we've seen it all. And I'm like, we know how to get in, get out, move on.
Yeah.
We
And
know
yeah,
how
a
to-
lot of times I deal with y'all, but I don't like to sleep in the bed with y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my
And
opinion.
so, and that's good for
Everybody
us.
just had a thing.
And that's
Exactly.
that's good for us to know, because we learn these things, and
Yes.
then we operate based
I
on that.
will if I have
Yeah,
to.
and we
But
operate
y'all just
based
know
on
that I
that.
prefer to sleep alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we operate based on
Yeah, and we
it's
understand
fine.
that. So if we have a sofa or a sofa bed, we
Mhm.
not to say we put Evette there, but Evette normally chooses to
I'm
go
She
there.
does. Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
we'll
what
leave
she
it
don't
does.
complain about it.
Yeah, and we'll actually have a space for you in the bed, but you'll be like,
Yeah.
go to the sofa. And we understand that that's just who you are. But then we even had people who didn't drink, or people who didn't
Count
like
your
certain,
drink.
yeah, a culture drink, or people who, so you may not want to travel with people if you're
Yeah.
going to a wine, tour, if
Mhm.
you don't drink.
They
Yes.
may not, why are you coming?
Why are you coming?
Yes.
Don't
And so
say-
and so we just talked to, and I think that, again, just like we were just saying with communication, I think it's best to talk to the group, because you may not want to. We're a group, we love wine, we love cocktails, and if you want to travel with us and you don't drink, that's fine. But we don't want you
Don't
to
judge.
judge us.
Don't
Don't
judge.
judge. And we're not
Yeah.
gonna
But-
judge you, but you don't judge
Right.
us either.
Right. And then I think another piece that makes things unique about how we travel is we try to do things together, eat together. We kind of do maybe more family style. And if you are a type of person that you don't like to share food with other people, then you need to let that be known, because in order for us to kind of try different things or many things, sometimes we may say, hey, we're going to order, this, and this, and we'll all share. If you are picky about your food, don't want people touching your food, or don't want, then you really, really need to make that perfectly clear. And also plan to buy your stuff, just you, and make it known that this food is just for me, because that's another situation that we've encountered. But yet, when the bill comes, because you don't like your food, you're still responsible.
Yeah. And don't be like, you got to respect other people's wishes also. If a
Yeah.
person say, well, I'm going to have my own food, I don't really want to share it, I'm just going to, okay, all right, do you. Or if you
Right.
buy some foods and you're in an Airbnb or something, and they just say, this is my food, I'm going to put it over
Right.
here. Respect their food. Unless they
Respect it.
offer it to you, don't touch it.
Exactly.
You know.
And don't be insulted, because some people have food allergies, some people have food restrictions, some people have certain foods that they're eating. Maybe they're in a fitness challenge and they only eating certain things, and be respectful. But I would always say, is this really the group of people you want
Yeah.
to travel with? If you don't want to travel with these people, then you should make that, you should find a like-minded people to travel with. And if
Because
you're
we do the family style. We'll cook, and
Right.
we just eat. We do Airbnbs a lot of the times, and at least one or two. A lot of the times we go to and that's part of our budgeting strategy.
But you know what? If you really think about it, we've done a lot of Airbnbs. We've had a lot of ladies come or whatever, but we haven't had any problems with them.
we have not had any problems.
Everybody just eat, go with the flow, just
Right,
do
exactly.
whatever. We haven't really had
No,
problems.
we haven't, because
Yeah.
our food's good.
Yeah. And and again, it's just it's a preference. We even had a debate. Me and Evette didn't know about a rental car. We actually had a debate about a rental car.
Okay.
When we get ready to go and travel, we tend to get a rental car, because we're not going to pay these excessive fees for shared ride services, and things of that sort.
You
And
don't wanna
every
wait.
time we get ready to go, we don't want to wait. I mean, we even had these, what would they call it? Circuit rides. But they were like, oh, it'll be 30 minutes
30
before we
minutes,
pick you.
45
or
minutes.
45
before they come
minutes.
and get you.
But we chose to have a rental car. I don't care. The rental car itself only costs the price of 2 Uber rides. So
That's just what we're used to, having a
Right.
rental car and being able to go and do what we
Yeah.
want to do.
I need
Yeah.
to move around if I
Yeah.
want to get around.
That's
If I
what we like
decide-
to do.
If I decide to get up at 2 a.m. and go to Walgreens because I need some
Exactly.
medicine for something or whatever, I need to be able to
Yeah.
move around if I need to move around, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, everyone has a preference. And I think, again, a face-to-face conversation or pick up the phone conversation is what's needed in order for us to actually, make sure that we're all clear. No one has any anxiety, angst about what we're planning to do. And also, sometimes that flexibility for some people is good, for some people it's not. Some people need a set schedule. Some people need to just say, hey, we're going to wake up in the morning and let the day take us where we go. And we also have to understand that everyone travels different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
may have some people who, like, I think we was in Cancun and we would get up and go to breakfast in the morning. And some people was like, I'm gonna stay in the room and order room service.
They did.
Yes.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, hey,
Yes.
I love room service.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
But I like to get out with the people.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. So so again, when you are traveling with others that are not a part of your core group, there are a lot of things to consider before you actually book the ticket to go.
Right.
And I think that at the end of the day, you got to be flexible.
Exactly.
If you're going to travel with anybody,
everybody's not flexible. That's the part where I think we're all saying is some people, if you're not flexible, you may not be a great group traveler.
You're not.
You can be respectful.
Exactly.
Be respectful, get the trip over with, and think about whether you want to invite that person or not the next time. You probably not.
Yeah, and probably not.
or if you want to go with that group again.
Awesome.
Right.
This has been great, ladies. I think we've covered everything we can talk about is in reference to, traveling companions.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Please like, subscribe, and save.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
I understand you're all about protection.
Well, we protect you in all kinds of ways, with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and with dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed. Protection for today and tomorrow.
Could I just...
Oh, go for it. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Where'd you get this?
It came with my couch.
It's Shaletta Brundage, Minnesota's autism mom. I need you to help me help stop Medicaid fraud. If your child needs autism services, choose a provider carefully. Legitimate providers won't pressure you to sign up, offer you gift cards, or contact you unexpectedly for personal information. Instead, a good provider will develop an individualized plan for your child and communicate with you regularly. If your child receives autism services, make sure the services are actually provided. Watch your mail for those explanation of benefits letters, right? They show you the services billed under your child's name. Look that thing over. Did your child get all of the services on the dates listed? Now listen, if you have concerns, trust your instincts and report suspected fraud to the Minnesota Department of Human Services at mn.gov/DHS/report-fraud. Or you can always give them a call at 1-800-657-3750.
When she walked in on her first day at Doherty Family College at the University of St. Thomas, she didn't know a soul.
I'm Zion, and I'm a second year at DFC.
A year later, and so many changes for Zion.
I love my friends here. I couldn't do anything without them. We support each other all the time.
At Doherty Family College, Zion also finds support on the academic side. Like all DFC students, Zion can count on a team committed to her success. Doherty Family College is Minnesota's affordable private college option. DFC students earn their associate's degree and then can transition to a 4-year college or university for their bachelor's. Many are students of color or first in their family to go to college.
It's nice to see people that look like you pursuing an education, wanting to succeed academically.
Zion encourages any high school student looking for a college home to do what she did and apply to Doherty Family College.
All the support you could need is here.
Ready to make your move and experience Doherty Family College for yourself? Then schedule your visit to the Minneapolis campus at dfc.stthomas.edu/visit.